So that's a picture of you and Tiny Tim.
Yes.
How'd you get to meet Tiny Tim? What were those circumstances?
Well, here we go back to Steel Pier. Tiny Tim in all his heyday was appearing at Steel Pier, and I went to see him. And I couldn't figure him out, whether he was real or this was some kind of a persona or whatever it might be. So I went to the stage door and I said, I'd like to see Tiny Tim. And actually nobody else was there but me, so they let me in. I went in, and he was very gracious, he was very sweet, he was very low-keyed, and so appreciative of somebody coming to see him.
Nothing like what he was on stage, because he was kind of
No.
freaky and unusual.
He wasn't freaky, he was very subdued and very sweet. And he introduced me, there were two people sitting in the chair beside him. One was a very gentle, soft-spoken woman, and another man, dark skin with a mustache, and he said, these are my parents. Tiny Tim was an only child, so he probably took his parents whenever he could with him. And he said, you have to excuse my father, he's in great pain, he has a terrible toothache. I said, oh. He said, what are you going to do about it? And he says, we don't know. We're not familiar with the Atlantic City area. And I said, no problem. My next door neighbor is a dentist, and I am so sure that he's going to take care of him. So I gave Tiny Tim my phone number. I went home, and I made arrangements with Eli Grossman, our neighbor. And he said, sure, I'll be glad to do it. And Tiny Tim called me the next day, and he came over, brought his mother and father with him, and Dr. Grossman fixed his tooth. Well, we became friends after that. He was very sweet, very gracious. And he let me know that he had another appearance in Pipersville, Pennsylvania, which is not too far from Willow Grove. He was appearing at the Pipersville Inn. So a friend of mine and I, we went to the Pipersville Inn, and after the show, you can see by the photograph, we took pictures together. He was sweet, and at that time he was brokenhearted because he and Miss Vicky split up. And he was very, very sad, very lonely, and very despondent. And he just poured his heart out to me, and I listened, and we talked, and it was like two friends. I didn't see him as Tiny Tim, who knows what he might be or is. But I saw him as a person that was hurting, a person that had feelings, and people laughed at him, but they didn't know the sensitivity of this man. He was just enjoyed playing his ukulele, he enjoyed singing the songs, and somehow or another, by his manner, he became popular. So that's how Tiny Tim and I became friends. And he invited me to visit him at his home when he got off tour. And where did he live? At the Dakota. I didn't know where the Dakota was. I didn't know what it was. Later on, I found out when John Lennon was assassinated that Tiny Tim was John Lennon's neighbor. But I never went to visit him, and I missed that opportunity. And that's my Tiny Tim story.